Here in the United States, people blame El Chapo Guzman and his family for destroying American lives through the sale of drugs. But guess what? There's another family doing the same thing. The drugs may be legal, but they are destroying lives in this country as well. Their name is the Sacklers, and they just landed on the Forbes 2015 list of the richest US families. The Sacklers, the 16th richest family in the country, and the newest member of this Rolodex of corporate greed. The Sacklers, worth $14 billion, collected a fortune from a national opioid addiction epidemic. The Sacklers own 100% of Purdue Pharma. What is that? It's the Stanford, Connecticut-based company that makes Oxycontin and help inspire a whole generation of painkillers and boost a heroin addiction in this country that we have to deal with it right now. It's pretty sad to see that this company is profiting at the highest level from a crisis that is happening in this country, where we are seeing overdose deaths triple in a few years.
It's funny how you can, sell drugs in a legal way where it's okay, and then we celebrate you on top of this list and we say you're the richest person, you're great, right? But it's really sad. And actually this drug goes way back. It goes back to World War I, where it was developed by the Germans.
Correct.
Basically, this family, they took the drug and they made it marketable by saying, okay, we have a slow release mechanism, it won't be as addictive. Fast forward all the way to 1996, they're reckoning $48 million. Fast forward a little bit more to 2002, we're talking $1.5 billion of profit, so that's a huge jump.
How do you jump from $58 or $50 million a year in 5 years, then you start making $1.5 billion a year?
Ridiculous.
I mean, this is crazy. What they did is very, very simple. They put in a very aggressive marketing campaign that was targeting doctors in the South that normally they don't have any pain management training. So they went and they sent their sales agents and they said, you know what, you're gonna go and tell them that this is not addictive, that our 12-hour slow release mechanism is safe, and then now we're gonna get approval. They love it to get approval to market this beyond terminal cancer patients, and little later now they can sell this drug for any type of pain. Fast forward 10 years, and now we are seeing a bunch of addicts all around because they start taking pills. They think that they're not gonna get addicted, but then one day they can't fulfill their prescription and they go out on the streets and they buy illegal heroin, or they buy these same prescriptions in an illegal way. And in the meantime, this company that right now, the last year they made $3 billion just off Oxycontin, they are spending up to $40 million a year, which is nothing comparison, in marketing to doctors. They already have to pay $600 million back for false advertising. I mean, these guys have been proven guilty of deceiving the public, saying that this drug is not addictive. And right now, Kentucky is suing them for $1 million. What is $1 million when you have $14 billion? The family members, they've never been charged of any wrongdoing in these investigations, but it's sad to see how can very easily the American establishment celebrates the fortune that was made selling drugs, addictive drugs that are destroying families. Where is the congruence? It's very hypocritical to say, yes, the narcs in the south of the border, they're destroying the country and we have to stop them. But the reality is that we do have a family that is working full-time, very, very hard to make sure that everyone in the country has access to these very, very addictive drugs, and no one is doing anything about it.
And they're also deceiving the public in the way that they make it seem as if they're giving money back into research and stuff, when it's solely to put money in the pockets of these doctors that are going to say, yeah, I'll forget about all the bad stuff that's behind it, and I'll just only focus on the good things and make this more marketable and safe for everybody, which is so hypocritical. The fact that, this is a company that sells drugs, which you'd think would be drugs to help you, make you feel better. But when they are willingly, knowingly giving money, right, for people to forget about all the bad things with it, then we start to think about their morals here. Now, are they really out here to help people and to have them, have their pain reduced, or are they literally just to fatten their own pockets and get money, which is clearly the case here, right? Because they don't care that they're killing millions of people and getting them addicted.
Arthur, Mortimer, and Raymond, they were the three brothers that they were psychiatrists. They found this company back in 1952. And then it was till, you know what it was their main business?
What?
Laxatives.
Oh.
How did you jump from laxatives to the strongest painkiller ever? So maybe not the strongest, but definitely the most widespread painkiller, the most commonly available. Why? Because they figure out a way to sidestepped that regulation where it said these very highly addictive drugs, they can't be used unless you have terminal disease. And they came up with this fake slow release mechanism that can very easily be avoided by crushing the pills. And that's when it happened. And now we have, we did a story here on the Lib how the CDC is saying it's because of these pharmaceutical drugs that America is primed for a heroin addiction, because now everybody is so used to opioids that when by any chance they don't have the support system or the tools to prevent addiction, they go out on the street, they get fixed with very cheap heroin, and they have to do a lot because their system is already used to very high industrial grade opioids. So it's a recipe for disaster, but we celebrated in the first list of the 20 most wealthy families. Let us know how you feel, and please subscribe to the Lib TV.